Hello everyone, I'm here to present my 21st century pavilion design brief. And for the concept statement, the goal of the pavilion is derive Wes Anderson design concept and create a 21st century pavilion for retreat that could achieve the maximum energy efficiency and provide appropriate design response to the Brisbane subtropical climate requires. Anderson House and Studio reference the design of the Robert Venturi seminal for his model. Robert Venturi is also been recognized as one of the most impactful postmodern architect in the history. Edison House expressed the idea of postmodern design and he used a lot of traditional Queenslander element in the house and also incorporate other which make it more sophisticated. And refer back to the existing Edison house and studio. The architecture itself is not designed in a completely symmetrical shape, and the architecture is full of personalization and uniqueness. However, the texture and the color of the building is more leaned toward to the traditional Queenslander. Therefore, the new pavilion should also correspond with this idea. And based on the statistic, the energy consumption is increasing day by day. And it is important to provide climatically responsive design with good integration of internal and external spaces and passive airflow and ventilation. The solution for the energy consumption could be passive solar design in order to achieve by carefully orienting the house to control the direct sunlight or leaning out the window, perhaps increase the height of the roof in order to keep the warm air away from the occupants. And based on the research, the average number of people living in one household together is declining. And nowadays, people require spatial and simple living space. Therefore, the pavilion should be organized with a clear and transparent organization. The pavilion, the pavilion is more suitable for a couple to live rather than a family. And in new today in the new ways the people use and live in their contemporary home. People like to listening to music, watching movie, entertaining and relaxing. And this function lead to the introduction of the open floor plan and multi-purpose room divided between public and private space, which quickly become the norm for the modern house design. And let's move on to the site analysis. As Edison House is located at a low-density residential area, which means that there are mostly residential buildings surrounding. And the very west of the site plan is the Western Freeway, and it's the largest road close to the Edison. However, it might create a costly issue to the architecture. However, there's an NZ Park in between the freeway and Anderson House. The tree can create a noise barrier in order to block the noise. Moreover, Brisbane's subtropical climate features warm, humid, and wet summer, and generally mild and dry winter. From the side plan, we can see the sun path and wind path showing on the plan. And we can tell that the summer sunny hours is slightly longer than the winter sunny hours. And let's move on to the floor plan. And for the space layout, every space is allocated according to the Queensland thermal comfort principle, where the living space be at the north and the sleeping space at the south. Furthermore, the pavilion itself is surrounded by the tree, which create a natural acoustic design and increase the privacy. In between the Edison house and pavilion, there's a wooden bridge for connection, which will be explained later in the space detail. And this is the elevation. Uh, this is the 1/50 section of the pavilion. And for the 1/20 section, this is a section shown in the master bedroom, which is a pop-out band window, which create a point of difference. And the client can actually lie on the pop-up window and enjoy his personal time. In the perspective drawing, it shows the perspective in the living room, where in front of the view there is a pivoting door which maximizes the indoor and outdoor connection. And here's the bubble diagram. The first bubble diagram is the existing Edison house, and the rest is the design progress for the Edition pavilion. And the last edition bubble diagram is the final edition for the design result. And for the spatial adjacent matrix, we list all the spaces of the pavilion is being listed out, and they also be categorized with different category like public space, semi-public, and private space. And here's the simple room data sheet, and it lists out the three main spaces for the pavilion: mezzanine, lounge room, and the entrance. And yeah, it's all the sharing.